EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Los Angeles Chargers.
Seibert set to kick off.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And this carries into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP time.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And it's complete. Henry. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Herbert hooking up with Henry that time for the Charger first.
1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running on 1st down, Ekeler. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And Herbert able to get this one to Ekeler out of the backfield. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 33 yards that time. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 31-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Herbert, quick pass out wide. Space to run past the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to fight.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Ekeler with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at the 20. Now Carr. They're trying to get to Woods, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Casey Hayward. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 24-yard line.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
First and
It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
down at the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
Michael Badgley.
They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot, because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Second and 10. Carr now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And trying to get it to Woods, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Joe Reed, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down.
Third down. And 5 yards to go.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now it's Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The score, Chargers 14, Raiders nothing. Michael Badgley on for the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
Badgley's kick is good. And a lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Richard on the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing. For the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. First down run with Jacobs won't get a whole lot, maybe a yard, but that's about all, and it's 2nd down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down. And
a lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing his car on third down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Kenneth Murray in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Carr. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off here the 32. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA.
touchdown, Los Angeles.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no return forthcoming for Richard as this will come out to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Joey Bosa.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Play action. It's Herbert. Flush to his right. Herbert has a knock free. And the Raiders pick it up. Does the big boy have the juice? And how about the big boy showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and the rumbling, you can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. To be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him, but you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on, but it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other.
Under pressure, they got him again. Tanner Muse in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. The coverage that time excellent by Nevin Lawson.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Ball carrier.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Chargers' 40-yard line.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
On 3rd down, Carr. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. To Jason Witten. And brought down the night before they're inside the 25. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 14. Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this one's not close. Not even close. Short and to the right, it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 37. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And this Charger offense is running away with this one. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Chargers 38, Raiders nothing. Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Challenge now, 1st and 15 following the delay of game. The final shot here before half for Carr. Flushed it, and this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Result of the play is a safety.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down. one and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now this throw caught left side, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And my goodness, another interception. Desmond King picks it. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He's tackled at the 34.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
On the tackle.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
A 4-yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Touchdown.
Austin Ekeler. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And this offense is running away with this one. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines.
Big seam, and he might go all the way. 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs. Raiders able to get this back to within at least some measure here of respectability. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Chargers 47, Raiders 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Joe Reed returning. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And the
If anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Raiders' 48-yard line.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And to the right side here, it's Allen. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
A gain of 9.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
On the tackle.
Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
1st down, Los Angeles.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run for it with Eckler. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Anthony Lynn went for it but did not get it. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
Over on down.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's airing it out for Williams. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything, Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
First down, Chargers.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run here with Eckler. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
10 yards
in need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
9-yard line.
Here is Eckler. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
On the plays. Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. And it's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Austin Eckler, the intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to pick up the 1st with Eckler. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on. Badgley on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Chargers 54, Raiders 7. Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
For 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On play action, it's Carr. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Carr. Pressure again, and down he goes again. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. My goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick, and he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there, and guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 25 yards that time.
Gotta love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They've become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
16 more on that one and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And Tyrell Williams, now a member of the Raiders, but he began his career with these Chargers. He spent 4 years with the Bolts. His best season came in 2016. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Javaris Jenkins. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Austin Eckler.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He's going to rifle one. He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Tonight's final score, Chargers.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chargers, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they will be at home next week to take on the